A tunnel that once was an underground entry to an amphitheater, a place where actors burst forth from underneath the seats of the crowd. A girl had been murdered and dismembered. I was told this story by the police. In the comparison, they said I was lucky, but at the time, I felt I had more in common with the dead girl than I did with the large, beefy police officers, or my stunned girlfriends. The dead girl and I had been in the same low place. We had laid among the dead leaves and the broken beer bottles. During this horrifying moment, something had caught my eye, among the leaves and the glass. A pink hair tie. When I heard about the dead girl, I could only imagine her pleading, as I had, and I wondered when her hair had been pulled loose from her hair tie, or if it was something the man who had killed her had done, or if it was something to save her from the pain in the moment. Thinking, hoping, no doubt, she reflected on the ramifications of assisting the assailant. Later on, she had, on his urging, undone her hair herself. I will not know this, just as I will never know whether the hair tie was hers, or whether it, like the leaves, made its way naturally. I will always think of her when I think of that pink hair tie. I chose this quote because it's the root of the book. That tunnel had changed Alice's life, but not in a good way. It actually ruined her. It terrified her. It's where Alice's journey starts, with her perpetrator, Gregory Madison. I like this quote because it sets up Alice's story. The book I read was Lucky by Alice Sebold. It's a memoir about a terrifying event Alice went through and how she got through it. In the beginning of the book, it's very intense. They jump into the main conflict of Alice's terrifying journey during her freshman year at college. If only she had walked through that tunnel 10 minutes later, or took a different route, she could have avoided Gregory, and her life would have been so much better. She wouldn't have been forced to do things she had never done before. The main conflict of the story is her court case, and about the one night in that dark tunnel, and how she chooses the wrong guy, and how Gregory's attorney had set them up to pick the wrong guy. Allison learns to start going with her gut instinct. She learns who's really there for her, but most of all, she learns how serious and important it is to tell the truth, and what exactly happened, and not to leave any details out. This book is kind of sad, but it opens your eyes up and shows you that stuff like this happens still to this day. I like this book because it's very descriptive and detailed, and makes you feel like you've been there with her, and like what she's experienced throughout the book. I also like this book because it's more challenging than other books I have read before. It uses words I never thought of using, and it's just wrote in a different type of style that I have not read before.